Moving on to conflicts in shift reduce parser. Welcome to the class. So there are two kinds of conflicts in shift reduce parser. The first one is called as shift reduce conflict and the second one is reduce conflict. The meaning of shift reduce conflict is nothing but there can be shift action can be performed on a particular step. You can also perform reduce action over there. So when there are more than two actions can be performed, either shift or reduce, we call it as a shift reduce conflict. In the similar way, a parser will get confused which production to be reduced, so or which production to be selected when the grammar is ambiguous grammar. In that case, there would be more than one production to choose it. So we call it as reduce. So there are two productions to be ready to reduce. So we call that as a reduce conflict. Okay, so in order to avoid this problem, we have LRK grammars, non-LRK grammars. So nothing but LR is nothing but L stands for left to right scanning, R stands for rightmost derivation that we are applying, K stands for we are not looking at only one look ahead like our previous shift reduce parsing, but we can also look for K number of input symbols to decide whether which action to be performed at that point of time. So in order to avoid this two conflicts, we can go for the next level grammars, but this is not there in our syllabus right now. Therefore we only look into the examples of these two. So to understand shift reduce conflict, so we can just move back to the previous example which I have explained in the previous video. Here you have already gone through all these process and understood how it is being done, but here you can also notice that here there is a place called E plus T is a stack symbol and star ID dollar is your input level, and we performed shift action that star has been moved to this. But you can also have a shift reduce step over here, that is E plus T. E plus T is getting matched with this, therefore you can apply a reduce concept over here. Okay, that's why it is called as shift reduce conflict. So parser will get confused whether it has to shift star to the stack or it is going to reduce E plus T by E. If it applies the reduce action here, it is not going to generate the string or accept this complete string. So that's why we have imposed that priority of star over plus and we just shifted this, but this is not happening in all the cases. So this is one of the conflict that we call it as shift reduce parser, when the parser gets confusion whether it has to perform shift action or reduce action. In the similar way, there would be more than two productions which are getting matched. In that case, we can obtain reduce conflict. So that is the example of both the kind of conflicts. Thank you.